Yeah, Plug Talk is the best. Only podcast where the host smash the guest. Yeah, Plug Talk is the best. Only podcast where the host smash the guest. Yeah.
Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Plug Talk. Today, you might notice that there's somebody missing. Lena the Plug was not feeling well today, so she actually ended up bailing out. And I will be today, I just want you to understand how exciting this is. Today, I'm going to be performing, quote unquote, for the first time on my own. Because me and her normally only do shit together. I haven't slept with anybody without her in years and years and years. It's kind of a crazy feeling. But welcome our guest. Alva J is in the building.
Oh, I miss her.
How you doing?
Good.
Yeah.
I'm doing okay.
It's awesome to have you here. Sorry that my lady couldn't make it.
It's okay. Thank you guys for having me.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, tell us a little bit about yourself. Where are you coming from? And where did you come up?
So I was born in San Diego, California. I was raised out there. I was in a cult.
A cult?
Yeah.
Really? Since birth?
Yeah. I mean, it's not like a dramatic cult. I call it like Mexican Mormons.
Oh, wow.
So I grew up like really religious and stuff. And I just got on Tumblr when I was like 16, 17.
Uh-huh.
So I've been on the internet for like a really long time.
Was the internet like your way of, sort of finding out about the outside world? Did you live like a very closed off existence for all those years?
My parents tried to have me and my sisters really like closed off.
Right.
But you go to school and you meet other people and like you get curious about things that you're technically not allowed to do.
Right.
So the internet was kind of a way for me to like express myself and be on there.
So did you never really feel particularly convinced by the teachings of this cult?
No, I would feel bad sometimes, if I wanted to like do things I wasn't supposed to.
Right.
It's like I'm sinning. But after a while, you just kind of stop caring.
Right.
Yeah. But
So you get on Tumblr. My impression from Tumblr back when I used to like glance at it once in a while, there's a lot of girls sort of living out their like fantasy existence through like putting together a series of unrelated photographs on Tumblr and just kind of creating an aesthetic there.
Yeah.
Were you creating on Tumblr, or were you more just like reading other people's pages and stuff?
No, I was like creating on Tumblr and I grew like a following on there. But it wasn't like anything really like related. I was just kind of on Tumblr and I got like a following off there.
Okay.
And then I did YouTube and I was doing like makeup videos and like kind of more regular influencer stuff.
Okay. Who were you influenced by when you got into the YouTube thing?
Like other makeup bloggers at the time that were just like makeup at that time on YouTube was still kind of really small.
What year are we talking when you
Maybe
got on YouTube?
like 2011,
Okay.
2010.
That was definitely the early days of that whole scene coming together.
And then I like got married at 18.
18?
Yeah.
So all this other stuff, including the YouTube career, happens before you're 18?
No, like I was like on and off the internet a lot.
Oh, okay.
But I think getting married kind of like I took a break from being online so heavily because I got a normal job and like, trying to kind of live this Christian life.
Okay. So you were still trying to do the conservative cult life, or had you left the cult behind and you just were still religious?
No, I was still in like the cult type of thing.
Okay.
And like growing up, it's like if you have a boyfriend in this cult, like you kind of have to get married. You want to like have sex and stuff.
Right.
So I actually like lost my virginity to my husband.
And you really didn't have sex with him until you were married?
Yeah. I mean, I did other stuff.
Really?
Yeah.
You were giving him blowjobs all the time?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Was that hard though? Like, was it satisfying? Or
Yeah. Yeah,
Okay.
it was fun. I was never square.
Okay.
Yeah. I was never really square. I was never like a goody two shoes.
If he had told you, "Hey, I want to you right now," would you have done it?
I wanted to have sex with him one time. We were like in the bathroom and I was like, let's have sex. And he's like, no, we have to wait.
Wow.
Yeah.
That must have been tough. I would have a hard time.
It's like, we have to wait. But I mean, we got married after.
Right.
Like, not that. I mean, we're still friends and everything.
What was it like marrying somebody where you didn't know? Like, I've always, when I hear about arranged marriages and stuff, I'm like, there's been girls in my life who I thought they were the one.
Yeah.
They were great. We got along so good. I thought they were so hot. And then we had and I'm like, oh, wow, we are not meant to be.
I mean, at 18, I hadn't really like tried much.
True.
So like, I mean, we had done other sexual things like and stuff, and we had fun. So it was like I was enjoying myself, but I was like a kid, I was 18. Yeah, but I mean, we're so cool and everything. But I was kind of peer pressured into the sex world because I like lost weight. I lost like 30 pounds and I was like documenting it on YouTube. And then I got my boobs done. And then I went like kind of viral on Snapchat. It was like really random. I was getting like 1 million views on Snapchat at a
How?
point,
What were you posting on Snapchat?
just like gym stuff.
Oh, really?
But it was like guys that were watching it. So I didn't really know that.
Okay.
So then my following out of nowhere became like boys.
Because your YouTube stuff was aimed at girls with the makeup
Yeah.
stuff. It's funny how like different girls could have completely different breakdowns of their fan base because some
Oh,
girl,
yeah.
even with my girl, it's kind of weird because she can make videos for her girl fans,
Yeah.
and it's such a different thing than if she makes like a super sexualized video.
Yeah. So I have girls that like sometimes if they recognize me, they'll be like, "Oh, my boyfriend loves you," and they'll be like, "And like I know you because of the makeup stuff."
Right.
So it's like funny.
Wow.
Yeah. So then everyone was like, "Well, not," but a lot of boys were like, "Make it premium Snapchat, make it premium Snapchat."
What if someone had told you when you were 18, like one day you're gonna get into softcore porn on the internet? What would you have said?
I would have believed it.
You would have believed it.
I would always tell like my ex-husband like jokingly, I'd be like, if I did porn, I'd be like rich,
Mm,
and we would just laugh about it, you know.
right.
But then it ended up, I think I manifested that
When
because
you
it ended up happening.
when you look back to this younger version of yourself, do you think that you would have been promiscuous if you hadn't, had these beliefs instilled in you, or was that really like holding you back from experimenting in the way that you wanted to?
I mean, I was already pretty promiscuous, I think, growing up. I wasn't like super whore,
Yeah.
but I wasn't like square, you know. I wanted to like party and I wanted to do like regular stuff that my friends would do.
Okay.
I had boyfriends and stuff. Like I wasn't like super square or nothing. That's why I think I like when I went into the sex world, it was kind of new at first, but I ended up just doing really well.
Okay.
And it just became like now like what I do.
Right.
Yeah, I like fit in well. I wasn't like scared to like, like on camera and stuff like
You
that.
weren't scared.
I wasn't scared.
The whole story you're giving me of your background makes it sound like you would be the girl who would be extremely timid about doing that kind of thing on camera, since you
Yeah.
had these ideas built into your head from a young age that this is a very sacred act.
Yeah, I kind of just didn't give a fuck after a while. The cult leader like went to jail.
The cult
The
leader. I love
cult
that there's a
leader.
leader to the cult too. Holy
No,
shit.
yeah, he
I
went
was
to
wondering
jail.
if you were like kind of exaggerating about it being
No,
a
I
cult, but I
wasn't.
guess not. Okay.
He's in jail right now. So I think after that, I was like, I kind of rebelled in a way.
Uh-huh.
I was kind of like, I don't give a shit anymore.
Right.
And I kind of just like did like the thing full on.
Okay.
Yeah.
While you were still with the guy?
Yeah, well, I was still with my ex-husband.
Okay.
Yeah, but that's obviously, I think me being in the sex industry, like it made us like kind of drift apart
It did.
because he was more like regular dude wanting to live like regular life.
Right.
And I was kind of like, I want to party now. And like,
Mm. And when he married you, he didn't think that he was going to have to, be in that kind of relationship. Did you have much of a following? Did he feel like he was dating a public figure at all?
yeah, but it was girls,
Right.
and it was like makeup. But I think he knew I was always a little crazy. So like, it's not like it was brand new information to the people that really knew me.
Okay.
I think like to like girls that followed me, they were like, what the fuck? Like you're doing now.
Right.
I had a lot of girls like mad at me. A lot of like my YouTube like subscribers, like they were mainly girls. They were like slut shaming me so bad.
Really?
Yeah, 100%.
Because I feel like you probably have a lot of really young girls in
Yeah.
the makeup world and stuff too, who really don't understand you making this decision.
Yeah, they would comment and be like, what happened to the good Christian girl?
Oh my god.
Yeah. I
She's
was
still here, guys.
I don't think I was ever truly myself though with like I don't know. I think I'm, a multifaceted person.
But that is how it is with YouTube, where you can basically be a famous YouTuber for talking about a certain topic,
Yeah.
meanwhile keeping like who you really are kind of to the side, where they don't necessarily end up knowing about that. And
Yeah.
then I've seen it happen with so many YouTubers where then just like one day they just sort of realize like, oh, my favorite YouTuber actually gets depressed or has relationship drama or whatever,
Yeah, so they were all kind of like upset with me. I didn't post on YouTube for like a year, and I was just basically doing the thing.
So do you dive right in with the stuff, or did you start off just taking naked pictures, or how'd that go?
I started off with nudes. It's funny because I really do feel like, I don't want to say I was peer pressured, but I feel like the boys that follow me, they'd be like, we want sex videos. And then I'd be like, fuck, I should probably do sex videos. So then like one thing kind of led to like the other, but I didn't mind it. It was just different for me.
It always amazes me when I see a girl who is big on I know that every DM they get is probably like, suck a a dude, etc., and they just don't do it. I'm like, that's so insane to me to have that level of commitment to not wanting to do it.
I know, right? I always tell girls when they're like, "Oh, I want to do," I'm like, "Are you okay with like on camera?" I'm like, because if you're not, eventually you're not going to be able to make the money that you want to make,
Right.
you know? I think that's why I kind of like do well on I got on like 2019. So kind of before like the boom.
Before the pandemic is important.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, I feel the same way. I feel like the girls that end up winning in the long run in the industry are usually the girls who are actually just very sexual and like doing it. And it's like sometimes you can have a hot chick who's like frigid sexually and just not enjoying herself and it'll work out. But I feel like that's kind of the exception.
Yeah. Well, in the beginning, a lot of like my followers were like the guys, they were like, it doesn't look like you're having fun, you know? And then it's funny because now sometimes they're like, oh, you've grown so much. They're like, we're so proud of you. I'm like, oh my God, it's fucking hilarious. But it's true though, because I started out like just taking like nude pics and then now I have like videos.
Really?
Yeah. So it's like, I kind of really did like grab it by the horns.
Right.
I said, I'm going to do this and I'm going to like, I'm not shy though.
Have you shot anything professionally or does everything pretty much end up on the phone?
No, I've never done actual just because I don't think it's like beneficial for me.
Right.
At this point.
Is this close in your mind? I mean, you have a bunch of cameras set up.
Kind of, but like still not really. Well, I've done stuff where like they'll have cameras set up and lights and there's like 2 people recording.
Oh, okay.
But it's not going to go on like a major publication.
I searched your name on this morning and it was mostly like it looked
Homemade.
like it didn't look like there was like you've made much of effort to have a platform on there.
Yeah, I don't really post on I know like maybe like 2 guys that I've shot with have uploaded like our videos on
Okay.
I think they do like all right, but most of my is like amateur. Yeah.
So, okay, at what point does the relationship end up falling apart? And were you shooting with him
Oh my God.
for your content at first?
Yeah.
Okay.
But he didn't like shooting. So that was like a big what would you call it? Kind of like we were both very different there.
Yeah.
He didn't like shooting. I liked shooting. I think I just kind of became like too much, you know? It was just, I wasn't the same person, I guess.
Were you feeling yourself? You get a big head?
No, I think I was just like going through like leaving the cult and I wanted to like wild out.
Right.
I basically wanted to like party and like have fun because I was never able to do that my whole life.
Yeah.
I got married with him at 18.
Yeah.
So I was just, and he kind of wanted to like settle down and like, you know, have kids.
And when you start, is that when all of a sudden you've got 10 times as much money as you ever had before that? Or
I mean, yeah, because you know, it's funny, like, even when I was doing influencer stuff, I was making pretty good money. I was making like 6 figures a year.
Okay.
Yeah, so I was like comfortable. I was able to like, you know, go on vacations.
But a lot of times when I hear about girls who have and then the relationship doesn't work out, a lot of times to me, it doesn't sound like it's the problem is that they got it's like the problem is that all of a sudden they have way more money than the dude and that completely changes the power dynamic in the relationship.
True.
Because you don't have to rely on him really at all. At that point, it's pretty hard for him to not start feeling like kind of a pain in the ass.
Yeah, but I was always kind of like the guy in the relationship.
Really?
I was always kind of like the breadwinner and stuff.
Okay.
So it just kind of was like a magnified now. But I think more than anything, I wanted to just like party and have fun.
Right.
As ridiculous as that sounds. But I was in a cult. So people have to be a little bit understanding that for like a really long time, like I was never able to do that, you know?
Yeah. I mean, somebody like me, I take it for granted because I drank, done drugs, and smoked weed and random girls and stuff all my life. So it's like now at 38, does it like a lot of times when younger dudes are talking to me about doing this kind of content, it's like mind blowing to them. They think that this must be the best thing ever. And it is awesome, but it's also like, I'm 38. I've been around the block a few times. It doesn't it doesn't seem that crazy to me to, you know, film a scene with a girl once a week.
Yeah. Well, I'm like kind of bored of it now. So now I'm like in a relationship and I'm not boring now, but I basically went like really hard for 2 years. I was like going to Reyes, popping E, like, woo, you know, fuck it. And now I'm like, I'm tired.
Yeah.
I'm like going to be 29 this year. But I mean, it's still fun. I still like what I do. I don't see myself really doing anything too different.
You're just not into the pushing yourself to the limits thing. Like,
yeah, I know. I'm good.
Because when I think about partying, that's really what partying is like, you know, the people I know who are like, we were gonna party. It's like sometimes they just drink, sometimes they do drugs, but they're all about like staying out super late and then, you know, not sleeping that well. And to me, the older I get, I'm like, no, I would rather just get a good night's sleep.
I mean, I did, and it was fun. I
Yeah.
had never done that. I had never done like one night stands. I had never like, a random dude I met at a bar.
Right.
So doing that was kind of like fun, you know?
So fucking a random dude at the bar. How'd that work out?
I just get drunk and a random dude at the bar.
But it never turns into like some great prolific sexual
No.
experience, right? Okay.
No, that's where I kind of was like, what the fuck am I doing?
Yeah.
You know? I was like, I for free, like a lot. I call it for free because I don't film it.
Mhm.
Like my first was like not filmed. It was actually two guys.
Wow.
Like shit like that. And I'm like, I should have filmed it. I should have made money.
But you can just
Yeah.
film another one and
But
say
it's
it's your
just, like,
first one, right?
Funny.
Yeah.
You know, that a lot of stuff like that. I just wanted to do crazy shit, basically.
Well, there's one girl that me and Lena had our first with, and we made a YouTube video about it that for some reason got like 10 million views, and then meanwhile she got a boyfriend and like is not,
Oh my
but we didn't film it, we just did it.
Okay.
But then like she gets asked about that video so much, she like told me, she's like, I really think I might have made $1 million if we filmed that from just that video.
People like stuff like that. That's just really
Just
like
feels
natural.
real,
Yeah, that's like the best stuff. So I'm like, damn, I should have filmed that. But yeah, I was just doing that, getting drunk, random dudes, putting it all on the line. And then now I'm just kind of like, I mean, I still like to have fun sometimes, but
Right.
not really random dudes anymore.
How'd you go about like blowing your own up and actually getting known on there though?
I don't know. I honestly think that guys like that I was kind of like regular influencer girl.
Okay.
I think that helps me out a lot. Cause like even on my Twitter and stuff, like I'm kind of just myself. I'm not always like robot all the time, you know.
We all know those girls who just start tweeting out like, I want for breakfast. And it's just like, okay.
I mean, sometimes I do tweet stuff like that because that's how I feel in the moment.
Okay.
Not for breakfast,
Right.
but I'll be like, I'm horny. I just had 10 shots, I want
Right.
to someone. But like, I also just tweet like, good morning,
Right.
anime recs. Like, what are you guys doing this weekend?
So you're a big anime head?
I like anime. But a lot of the guys that follow me, like, they like my interests like that. You know how guys are, like, if you have a similar interest as them,
yeah.
they're like, they want
That's
to
a
fuck you
whole
like
market
5 times more.
right there. Like,
Yeah.
I know a girl who's like a Pokemon Go girl.
Yeah, I
And
like
it
a
just
lot of
works for her.
animes. A lot of the cosplays I do really well. Guys
Really?
like a lot of cosplays that I do.
That's interesting. It says a lot that guys just like want to
really
look
like
at a girl naked who has the same interests as them. you
Yeah.
know?
Well, there's like, I feel like the manly interests, like guns and stuff. There's like gun girls,
Yeah.
but I don't really fake anything that I like. Everything that I like, I genuinely like. And I think the guys know that.
So you try to keep it real for the most part because that
Yeah.
is a real thing on the internet these days, is that there's so many girls that are like faking their whole personality to just like get numbers on social
Yeah.
media and stuff.
I think so. I think they could tell that I genuinely like it.
Right. Definitely.
You know what I mean?
So what would you say is your favorite things that you're most drawn to, that you get the most pleasure out of?
Damn. I just like I'm kind of a size queen.
Oh, really?
Not super. Not like 10 inches or something.
You don't want like
crazy.
the extremes of the industry that we've seen in videos?
No, it just
Okay.
I've like, big BBC 12-inch whatever, but
Okay.
I'm like I couldn't date someone with a small dick. Like
Really?
I've had like sorry guys, I have a small
Yeah.
like I've had with like micro
Mm.
like 3-inch not fun. Don't
Fun.
feel it.
Yeah.
Don't feel I mean me personally, maybe I have a loose I don't know, but I think that's my thing. Like I even tell my boyfriend jokingly, I'm like, if you would have had a small I probably wouldn't date you.
Really?
Yeah.
How much of a factor was his size in you getting into a relationship?
So I like on the first day. I'm glad he didn't judge me too much from it. And I was so happy when I saw he had like, if he hears this, he's gonna be so gassed up. He's like, I was so glad when I saw he had like big girthy dick. I
Really?
was like, yes. I'm like, okay, dateable.
Especially as
Dateable.
a girl, though, that is such a requirement.
It is.
Yeah.
It is.
Right.
For sure. I mean, he's not biggest in the world, but there's a lot of small out there. No hate to small dicks, but I was happy that he didn't have a small dick.
But do you get a shitload of people in your DMs wanting you to humiliate them and make fun of their small I hear that that's pretty popular.
Not really. I think they want me to say that. I think their is like 10.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Even
but
if it's
maybe
not
no.
the ratings in
Yeah,
general that happens though.
I fucking hate ratings. Just being honest, I fucking hate them. But I get why it's hot, girls rating your,
Right.
But personally, I'm just like whatever.
Yeah.
There is pretty so that I've seen out there that they send me.
Well, but it is weird too when I think about being a younger man that, you keep like, you see your friends here and there, you see and you start to like slowly over time because when you're like 13, you have no idea what size you have. And obviously your is going to
Yeah.
get bigger too, but I remember being young and like really just wondering like I wonder if my is big or small. Like I have no fucking idea. So now I can kind of, when I think about that, I can kind of maybe some guys like actually want to know what a girl thinks of it. Even though
Okay.
probably
I
asking a
see.
trans girl is not the best place to get a good opinion on that
Yeah, I don't think it is.
because they're either going to be nice to you
I'm
on
gonna be
purpose
nice.
or they're going to be mean to you because they think that's what you want,
I'm
right?
always nice,
Okay,
to be honest.
right.
Even if it's like ugly ass, I'm gonna be nice.
You seen
I
some
just
bad
feel
ones?
bad. Yeah, hell yeah. Hell yeah. I think that's like my main thing with I'm kind of like, I'll like really judge a but I'm usually nice to the guy because, I
Right.
don't want to be a bitch.
What about that first time you did this with two guys? How did that happen?
I was in New York and I had just broken up with my ex-boyfriend. We were like very toxic. So I was kind of like, even though I don't know why girls do this, but I was like, I'm going to get him back tonight.
Right.
I'm going to do something that's going to like piss him off when he finds out about it.
Uh-huh.
So I like was just kind of in a horror mood. And I was with my friends and there was like these two guys and I just like got fucked up and had sex with both of them.
Do you feel like you would have done it if you weren't drunk? Like you just
No,
genuinely wanted to?
no,
Okay.
no. I'm like a really different person. Like
Really?
when I'm drunk. Yeah.
Hmm.
I
That's
don't know
big
what
of you to
happens.
admit that.
Yeah.
I
I'm
mean,
like a big slut.
that's true of a lot of girls, but I don't feel like I hear girls say that very often.
I'm a big slut when I'm drunk. Like super big. Like even my boyfriend, when he saw me blacked out, he's like, "You're like a different person."
Wow.
Like completely different person.
Really?
Yeah, because I'm really kind of like calm and like relaxed mode. Not gonna hook up with a guy at a bar if I'm sober.
Right.
If anything, I'm gonna be like, get away from me.
It's impossible to impress if you're sober, but then all of
Yeah.
a sudden, if you're drunk, like,
I'm like,
okay, come here,
hey.
yeah.
But I know I'm not the only one. That's a lot of girls.
Hmm.
That's why, a lot of guys, like, when they try and hang out with you, like, go on dates, they're like, do you want another drink?
Yeah, because I mean, when you think about it, like from the beginning of time, whenever I'm like reading about history and stuff, I just realized like, oh, people were drinking to like pretty much for as long as alcohol existed.
It's just fun.
Yeah.
I'm trying to, like, cut back on the drinking a bit.
But a lot of girls, and I'm thinking you might be in that category too. They have their walls up, they have their guard up big time because how fucking sketchy dudes are. You
Yeah.
know how even the guys who seem like they have the best intentions can be the biggest pieces of shit.
Yeah.
You know that, and so your rational mind is basically like, do not anyone unless you really, really 100% feel like that they're on the up and up. But then if you get drunk, it's like your brain isn't functioning like that anymore. All of a sudden you forget about that and you do crazy stuff. I think that is a big part of the appeal to a
Yeah.
lot of girls. I think a lot of guys get drunk because they just have that anxiety and nervousness about talking to a girl.
Yeah. I mean, it's fun to get drunk.
This is true.
It's just fun. And, like, if you're, like, out in a bar or out in a party, it's, like, 10 times better if you're drunk and someone than if you're sober and someone. Is like disaster. It's like.
But when you're drunk, it's usually a disaster too. It's just harder to like conceive
fun-
of it.
it's a fun
It's hard to tell
disaster.
it's a disaster because
Yeah.
you're drunk as fuck,
But it's a fun disaster.
But when you see like, I'm thinking of this because I've been watching Euphoria, but when you see like high school kids, it's like they're the most motivated to get drunk people because they haven't even had sex yet. So sex is the most awkward thing to them. They
Yeah.
all know they want to do it and they all want to get shit-faced for it, even though, I mean, from my perspective, being shit-faced is not really likely to make it go better.
No, it's not at all. But
Especially
you're
your
just
first time.
nervous. And it's just, I don't know. It just kind of makes it better.
Yeah.
But I think my drunk guys phase might be over. Sorry, guys.
Damn. That's going to hurt some fans out there. But
It
okay.
does because random fans have gotten lucky. I have random fans.
Really?
Yeah.
Like on purpose? Like you knew they were a fan or like what? They come up to you at a bar and tell you they're a fan?
Like, I know that they know me,
Right.
but they're not like, they're kind of hot. So I just like still have with them.
Okay. See, that's interesting because very early in my career, before I got with Lena, I loved that. I loved that I could meet a girl at a party and she knew about my podcast and wanted to me as a result.
I like that. I like that too.
Yeah, it's cool, right? But
Yeah.
it seems kind of like fake to me now, like or just like a bad idea in general. Just because I feel like if somebody's like crazy enough to you because they like your podcast, that maybe there might be something else wrong with them as well.
I think it's just fun for both people because it's kind of like you like this person, you see them online, and then it's like, oh, now they're like in person and they're kind of paying attention to you.
Right.
And oh my God, am I going to get to them?
Well, it's
or
a good
should
feeling.
I them?
It's a good feeling to be like adored.
Yeah, it's like
know?
nice when a guy's like, oh, I'm a big fan. And then they're kind of cute, especially after like we were saying a few drinks. They're kind of cuter.
It's cool to know that by making content that you're casting this very wide net and that it could just be like hooking in random people who also want to sleep with you.
I mean, even if like they weren't fans, I would still probably, when guys nice to you and you're like lit, it's like, oh, but I have for sure random fans.
But so what's it like when you plan out? You said you have on your own
Yeah.
and stuff like that. How do you go about planning out that sort of thing? Is this professional talent or?
They're like other girls and they do like content trips, content houses, parties.
And a couple of them will have boyfriends around or what?
Usually it's either a boyfriend or it's like a talent.
Right.
Or it's like they're like boothing.
Right.
It's not like a boyfriend, but it's like, this is my guy for now, He's tested. It's like, okay, we're all gonna him,
right.
type of thing. I mean, it's fun. I still like it. I don't think it's like fake. It's just kind of set up. But I mean, for the most part, most of the girls I work with and stuff, it's pretty real.
Right.
No one's like hating their job. But I have come across girls who like they're not like gay enough, and it's like you could like pretend my face, and I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah, I always hear about that from girls who will be like, so and so like fake ate my.
Oh, they do that all the time.
Yeah.
I mean, I understand. I don't want to like cross any lines with people if a girl doesn't want to like get her ate for real.
Well, I've fake had my eaten. Where like, like I'm getting real into the scene and I all of a sudden just shove the girl's face up into my and then they're in there, but their tongue's not doing anything. They're just, which is such a, and they're like really acting like they're doing it, which is okay because it's partially my fault. Like, why am I getting so into the scene that I just smashed your face into my but
guys love getting their ass ate. I don't think I've met a guy that like doesn't like getting his ass.
Doing it?
If I like them.
Okay. Yeah, what if you're drunk?
No.
No? Somehow that doesn't work?
I have to like them and know that they're like clean. I don't want to be looking at like random guys.
But that's like why it's cool when you're like a dude and you just meet a girl and she wants to see your ass. It's like, this is the most unsanitary decision she could possibly make, but she's that attracted to me.
Not me. I was like, your for sure.
Right.
Give a
definitely.
Maybe like on balls, but not eating your ass unless I like really have a crush on you.
I feel it. What are all these tattoos about? You got 222, 444, and 619 down here. What do these all mean?
619. I'm from San Diego.
Okay.
222 is like an angel number. 444 is another. I have a lot of random shitty tattoos.
Okay.
I feel like I got like one tattoo and then I was like, fuck it, and I just got a bunch of random ass tattoos.
You regret any of them?
No.
You like it?
I do. I think it's like part of my personality.
You planning on getting more?
Ideally, I would like to, but it's starting to hurt now.
Starting to hurt. It didn't hurt when you were younger?
It did, but like now it just hurts more. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's like a mental thing.
My thing is that in my head, it's kind of like, well, you are old. Like, it seemed really important to get tattooed when I was like 18.
Yeah.
Because I had my whole life ahead of me. And now I'm like 38. And I'm like, well, I don't even know how much longer I'm going to be around. So why am I going to just spend all this time bloody and having ink jabbed into my skin?
That's kind of how I feel now. I'm just kind of like, oh, like I have to like sit there for like 4 hours.
Yeah.
And like I wanted to like finish like my arm. And I'm like, do I really want to sit there for like, hours? I'm like, I don't know. I like random tattoos when I just kind of randomly feel like getting something. And then I'm kind of like, why did I do that?
My problem too is that all the stuff I could get tattooed is stuff that people are barely going to see. Like my back and my legs.
Who cares?
Because I have everything else. I have my chest and my arms and everything, which is the part people are probably going to see.
True.
And it's like my back, like that's such an undertaking.
I did tell my boyfriend I wanted to get his name tattooed on me.
Really?
Yeah, which is kind of dumb, but
Where would you get it? Above your eye?
No, I don't want to do it on my butt. I want to get like a heart with his name in it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you have any other tattoos on your ass?
No, I don't. That's why I
Okay.
want to do it.
Mm.
I just think it'll be cute.
Would it be
But
cute, or are you trying to like make sure that it sticks around?
I've always wanted to get like a boyfriend or like boy related tattoo.
Mm.
But none of the guys that I've like been with, really just two guys, have been like stupid enough to push me into it.
Right.
But I feel like my boyfriend will.
I feel like early in my relationship, Lena wanted to get my name tattooed on her, and I told her
Aw.
she was bugging. And then, like now, I think that would be pretty cool, but I don't know if I could actually convince her to do it now because
She should do it.
she might, like,
I'm all for tattoos
she
like
might
that.
like agree with my initial assessment that that's kind of crazy.
I would tell my ex-husband that he should get my like tattooed on him.
Just a really accurate drawing of it,
Have you seen that before?
just
You
like
get like
super realistic tattoos.
like
Or
semi-realistic because he has like tattoos. So I was like, you have to get like my tattooed.
would imagine just having a big in your leg. Like I feel so awkward. Like
I
one of my
just think
homies
it's
is just gonna
funny.
start me or something.
I just think it's funny, but he was always like, if you have my kids, yeah, and then I don't know, so I guess I can't.
Would
Can't
you?
get it
Are you
tattooed.
planning on doing that at some point?
Yeah. My
Nice.
boyfriend wants to get me pregnant, so
Do you feel like that would conflict with your source of making money though?
yeah, for sure. That's why I'm waiting.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm gonna wait till like my 30s.
very tricky to balance the two.
Yeah, I like the idea of it, and like I have like a breeding kink, so it's like it goes very like
A breeding
a
kink.
breeding kink.
You being bred or other people breeding turns you on.
No, like me being bred.
Just the idea of a guy you and
Yeah, but it has to be my boyfriend, or
Oh.
else it's not hot.
Okay.
Well, it still is hot, but it's not as hot. But
right.
it still is hot. I just like breeding kinks.
But you just are out here just not doing it, even though it turns you on so much. That's gotta suck.
Well, I wasn't on birth control.
Yeah.
Yeah, so now I am.
Wow.
Yeah, but I just think it's hot. That's like one of my kinks, breeding.
Oh yeah, I'd love my girl,
Yeah, it's hot.
but she's on birth control, so it's. I got to do it a
Nice.
ton while she was pregnant, and while we are trying to get pregnant, and now I'm back to pulling out.
Well, that's one of the best things about birth control. You could just nut in me all you want.
Yeah.
Guys are fun.
I gotta convince her.
Yeah. I don't think that'd be too hard.
So I hope you can appreciate the fact that this is my first time
Too.
doing anything on camera without my girl there.
I do. We miss her.
I don't really like normally like almost always my girl starts hooking up with the girl and then I kind of enter the scene. This is the first time that I'm gonna have to actually provide the initiative myself.
I want like a stick figure of her. That'd
Yeah.
be funny.
Oh, a big cardboard cut out like they have at like the hood picnics and shit.
That'd be fun.
That'd be lit. Next time we're gonna do that for sure.
I wish I had some tequila.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
There's a Red Bull in there. That probably don't count.
It's okay though.